piece of fielding. Bowls.
Yeah! Got him! U22. One for the leg spinner.
Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out, but that'll do.
Opportunity! Oh, that is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
Left indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career. Certainly in line with their hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Casey Stadium. I'm Cameron Walter and this is the final series of the 2024 Indoor Cricket National Championship, starting first this morning with the under-22 men's minor semi-final. It's sudden death indoor cricket between the South Australia and the Australian Capital Territory under-22 men's sides. I'll take you through the two team lineups, starting first with South Australia. Their captain is Caleb Baldwin. Forgive that typo. With him is Kyle Butler, Liam Edmonds, Noah Latimer, Hugo Higgs, Matthew Barwick, Liam McCarthy and Liam Murphy. For the Australian Capital Territory, their captain is Brad Millen. Joining him is Toby Brenton, Jack Gunning, Kyle Hyson, Nathan Kerr, Asher Manton, Jake Rowett and Mitchell Gunning. The umpire for the match is Ben Brading. And let's have a look at how these two sides have reached the semis. South Australia finished third, narrowly missing out on second spot and a spot in the major semi-final, which took place last night. They finished on the same amount of wins as New South Wales, but New South Wales have won 5 more skins throughout the tournament, and New South Wales defeating Victoria in their last round game just put them ahead of South Australia. The Australian Capital Territory, they too scraped into their position on fourth position. With 3 wins for the tournament, they just needed a single point from their last game, and they got a couple more than that to reach fourth spot. So South Australia 7 wins, 3 losses. ACT 3 wins, 7 losses. Let's look at the head-to-head. The first match saw South Australia bat first, score 102. The Australian Capital Territory reply 62. Their second match, South Australia again batting first, 122 on the board. A better showing that time from the ACT with 90 runs in response. But interesting that this will be the first time the ACT will bat first against South Australia. They did win the toss and chose to bat first. Their manager, Paul Dwyer, 7 toss wins, he tells me. So helping out the ACT here. Again, it's sudden death indoor cricket. The winner of this game will advance to the prelim final against New South Wales and fight for the right to take on Queensland in tomorrow's grand final. Lots of sudden death indoor cricket to come live from Casey Stadium today. We hope you can stay with us throughout the day. We're just about ready to get underway here with Kyle Hyson and the skipper Brad Millen at the crease for the Australian Capital Territory, and Matthew Barwick is going to open the bowling for South Australia. Here we go. Starts with a wide, a couple of free runs for the ACT to get underway. Comfortable 2 for Hyson, just guides it through cover point for a down up 2. Millen's first delivery is dot ball. Beaten that side off. Weight moving away from the line of the ball there. And it will now be third ball. So an opportunity here for South Australia. The score has to be changed by Brad Millen. He just gets it over the front court field and finds the net for 2 to open his account. wide to close out the over. So 8 runs off that first set there for the ACT. They'll be very happy with that start, batting first here in this sudden death minor semi-final. Just looking at the last sort of 3 matches for each of these sides, which is a reasonable indication of form heading into this match. South Australia averaging 100 as a team. The ACT averaging 95 as a team. So obviously that doesn't really factor into who they were playing or which 8 were on the court for those 3 games. But interesting that not a lot separates them. For the season proper, South Australia 103, the ACT 83. So there's that gap closing for the last 3 games. Hopefully indicative of an exciting contest here this morning as Noah Latimer shapes up to bowl the second over. Left by Millen. Fair delivery. Oh, it should be out. They can't affect the wicket. Thought they had a big opportunity there. Decision to run. Aggressive. Another wide. Left there by Kyle Hyacinth. Oh, almost through. Hyson looking for the drive. Just missing that leg stump, but it will be third ball. The score must change. A little bunt in the end. A deflection off the non-striker. A single takes them to 4 off the over. Let's have a look at the batting stats for the ACT. They've got 3 players all playing in this match that have, did I say 3? I mean 4 players that have scored plus 100 for the season, not the least of which includes Brad Millen, Kyle Hyson at the crease right now, also Mitch Gunning and Toby Brenton. So some firepower with the bat there. And South Australia with the ball as well. Caleb Baldwin, their captain, 12 wickets. Liam Edmonds as well has 10. So a couple of options there for them with the ball. This will be Kyle Butler now. Short and wide. Hyson finds 2. Another wide. It's 8 runs so far in wides. Half of the runs this partnership have scored. It's a deflection into the net. And 2 runs. Very close to that 3 line. So another wide. It's quite tight, that one. Edged and they're through for a single and one ball remains. The ACT men's side have just entered Casey Stadium. A big win for them in last night's major semi. They've booked their spot in the final and it's a day off. Good to see them spending that here in support of the ACT under-22 men. False start. Millen finds the net to complete the over. Another good one for the ACT. 11 runs from it. They've moved now to 23 with an over to play here in the opening partnership. Thanks for your company, folks. I'm Cameron Walter. This is the under-22 men's minor semi-final. Sudden death indoor cricket. The Australian Capital Territory up against South Australia. Liam Edmonds will bowl the final over to this partnership. I mentioned him earlier as one of the leading wicket takers for South Australia. 10 wickets to his name from 8 matches. Driven. Misfield into the 3 nets. Very fortunate there for the ACT. Two this time to Hyson. Should point out the under-22 women for the ACT in the stands here as well, alongside the men. Called through for a single off the legs of Millen. Just 2 balls remain now in this opening partnership. They'll get through for a single to complete this opening partnership. 31 runs from it. That's an excellent start here in the minor semi-final for the under-22 men's division. The ACT are away. We're here thanks to the City of Casey, folks, a major partner for the 2024 Indoor Cricket National Championships. So our thanks to them and to the staff here at Casey Stadium, a wonderful facility. It's a pleasure to be back here. As chilly as it is, don't forget these two fighting for the right to take on New South Wales in the under-22 men's prelim final. That game will be at 4 p.m. local time, Australian Eastern time. The winner of that match will, of course, face Queensland in tomorrow's grand final. It's Mitchell and Jack Gunning at the crease now for the Australian Capital Territory, and Matthew Barwick will bowl his second over. Backed away. Fended flat through the offside. Front court for 2. So 2 consecutive dot balls. It will be third ball now. An opportunity early in this pair here for South Australia. The score has to change. Jack Gunning finds the net, grabs 2 runs to open his scoring. Straight back to Latimer, the back sticks. Brings the over to an end, 4 runs from it. Fairly even start there for both sides in this second partnership. Noah Latimer is going to bowl his second over. Oh, it's an excellent shot from Jack Gunning. 3 runs on the offside. Batting practice. Mitch Gunning this time. 2 runs. Great start to the over. And again, able to use the width. Onto it like a flash. It's Jack Gunning. Oh, there was half a chance at the top. Mitch Gunning had to get the dive out. That would have been tight had it hit. Again, what an over that is for Jack Gunning. 3-2-2. His brother 2-2 so far. 1 ball remains. Oh, jeez, chance. There's a bit of hesitation there. Called through. The call was right, but not without an element of risk. You can see Mitchell Gunning took a long time to make the decision to go. Safe in the end. 13 runs. Solid over there for the ACT. Their second partnership, 17 at their halfway stage. And South Australia are through 6 overs without a wicket. Liam Murphy. Some spin. Two runs to Mitch Gunning. Another excellent shot from Jack Gunning. Comfortable 2. That's the first dot ball we've seen in 9 deliveries. Pleasingly for South Australia, no extras so far in this partnership. It's up and taken. Rash shot there from Mitchell Gunning. Undoes some of the good work in South Australia. They collect their first wicket. We've seen more or less that exact delivery rock back and hit for a down up 2 on the offside multiple times so far this partnership. Mitchell Gunning was looking for the back net and gave up his wicket. Still well placed in this partnership. 19 on the board for the ACT, and they're halfway to 100. Wouldn't that be a magical score, batting first in a sudden death minor semi-final? Liam Edmonds bowling his second over. Jack Gunning. He has looked rock solid. His first ball was a defensive shot, a play and miss off his second. And everything since then has looked excellent. Which Gunning moves across his crease. It's a down up 2 over square leg. Kept out. Probing delivery from Liam Edmonds. And one of the leading wicket takers for South Australia. Straight to the field, should be out. Oh, I think he got back. Direct hit was needed. Let's have a look. Oh, how has he got back? Oh, millimetres. It is going to be third ball though. It's good movement from Jack Gunning. I'm interested in the field that they've set there. I can understand this field for Mitch Gunning, who had a whack at one earlier, but Jack Gunning has just played the side nets. And I'm not sure about the utility of that. It's all academic now. Driven through the gap, a chance if it had hit. 2 runs to finish, and 27 off the second partnership there for the ACT. They've moved now to 58 at the halfway stage of the innings. If you've just tuned in, folks, you're watching the under-22 men's minor semi-final between the Australian Capital Territory and South Australia. I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks so much for being with me. We come to you live from Casey Stadium. It's all thanks to the City of Casey, our major partner for the 2024 Indoor Cricket National Championships. So a late fight back there from South Australia. That pair was looking to go big on them, but a wicket in the 7th over and a couple of dots in the 8th. Pegged them back a little bit, 58 on the board. The ACT will be very, very happy. South Australian skipper Caleb Baldwin is going to get us underway in the third partnership. His side in need of a counter-attack here. Asher Manton at the crease and Nathan Kerr at the non-strikers end for the ACT. And we're back in action. Start with a wide, South Australia. Well, sent back. And then, I don't understand what's happened there. The first wicket falls. Manton has hit the ball and said no. There's a no call, and then just goes. That is an absolute barbecue, if I've ever seen one. He has put Kerr on the grill, coughed up a wicket. Ah, the bails. Everybody's favourite part of indoor cricket. Great start to this partnership for South Australia so far. Straight to hands. Good reaction. And again, Bales. It's going to be third ball. An opportunity here again for South Australia. Kerr must advance the score for the ACT. Full. And Kerr finds the side net. 3 runs. Looks pretty cool and calm about it as well. Back to 0 for the over. 1 ball remains for the South Australian captain. Oh, is that put down? Don't know if it carried. It may well have. It was right down low. Here it is on the replay. Yeah, put down. Given a life there. A dot ball off that last ball. No runs from the over. And that run out, probably the product of some nerves. The call was no. Kerr had done the right thing and taken a couple of steps in anticipation of the call. And Manton looked and saw that and went, okay, well, we're running. They were not on the same page. Here's Liam McCarthy, the 10th over of the innings. Edged, and it'll be a single by way of the keeper's net. Excellent shot from Kerr. Good contact. Down, up, over point. Change up. Beats Manton. Excellent shot from Manton. 1 to come now in this over. Driven will be a dot. So a 6-run second over to this partnership. Back on track here for the ACT. I was talking earlier about the sort of average scores from the last 3 games. South Australia 100 versus the ACT's 95, which sort of puts them close together. But again, I've got to go to the head-to-head matchups. South Australia 102 in that first game, I suppose, right on average, but 122 in their second game. So it shows the sort of score that South Australia is capable of against this ACT outfit. So for mine, the ACT need a minimum of 100, and everything above that, a big bonus. Baldwin is going to bowl twice to this pair. Here he is for over number 11. And with that dot ball, it's going to be third ball again. After 2 consecutive dots, the third ball means the batting side must advance the score or they'll be out. That's out. He left it. It's automatically out on third ball. You'll see here, he's leaving it for the leg side. It's hit him. So, obviously a fair delivery. And the South Australian captain cashes in, bowling himself twice to this pair with great effect. Somehow snuck inside the line. Got to say, it looked wide to me, naked eye. The umpire with a much better view of it than I. Last ball for Baldwin. I'll get through for a single, but another great over for South Australia. -3 from it, and Baldwin will finish with figures of 2 for -3. Again, effective in that partnership. Saying that the Australian Capital Territory needs to look at 100 plus here. For South Australia to prevent that, they really only need to get on top of one partnership, and that's what they're doing right now. Keep this pair in single digits, and 100 becomes very difficult. All not lost for the ACT. They've an over here to get back into double figures. Perhaps get the score north of 70. Hugo Higgs is going to bowl the 12th over. You see the field set here. South Australia, slightly deep fielders on the 3 line. Deep straight field in the front court on the onside. Higgs starts with a wide. They'll get the runs and the delivery again, given it's the last over of the partnership. Hands should be out. It is. Kerr runs on contact and gets revenge for the earlier barbecue by doing the same to his partner. Straight to that slightly deeper fielder, and there was always going to be a wicket. South Australia up to the challenge there. Set the right field, and once the ball was in hand, made a quick decision to go to the correct end. And this pair in deep trouble now. 4 balls remain. They've not troubled the scorers. You see to the left-hander, have 2 fielders on his onside. Again, Barwick is straight and pretty deep for a front court field position. Higgs continues. Oh, it should be out. The wheels falling off here for the ACT. What a pair this is turning out to be for South Australia. I told you they were in need of a counter-attack, and they've produced one here. Manton looking to make up some runs. Instead, they're in the negatives now. 2 balls remain in the partnership again. ACT in some trouble. Final ball for the partnership. It's a good shot to finish there from Manton, but the damage done. South Australia restricting the third partnership, the premiership quarter of the ACT innings, to -2, and South Australia have taken control of this minor semi-final. Thanks for your company, folks. I'm Cameron Walter. It's great to be with you this morning as we come to you live from Casey Stadium. Thanks to our broadcast partner, Calling All Sports, helping us bring you this vision here from the city of Casey. Jaden on the desk once more. And work to do here in this final partnership for the ACT. They are well below par at the moment. Toby Brenton and Jake Rowett have some runs to make up. You would think it's got to be a minimum of 30 for these two. And even that is probably not enough. McCarthy gets us underway. Brenton starts with a down up 2. Made it through in the end, but no interest in a run. The change up. The legs of Rowett, and there's 2 dot balls in a row. It's now third ball, and the score has to change. Question is, in whose favour will it do that? Oh. Murphy had the ball in hand quickly and had an absolute zing at the stumps. He had an eternity to get it there. Rowett's barely out of the exclusion zone. The throw just nowhere near Latimer. Squeeze through the gap for 2. There's a dot ball to close out the over 5 runs from it for the ACT. Remember, I'm tipping they need a minimum of 30 here, this partnership, so that over below par for them. The question, I guess, for the Australian Capital Territory at this point is, do they throw a little bit of caution into the wind and play aggressively to try and get this score past 100? Or do they back their bowlers and fielders to be able to defend a below par total in a sudden death final? 4 spinners in the lineup for the ACT. It's going to be interesting to see what approach they take. Here's Cole Butler. Into the gap from Brenton, grabs 2. Rowett finds the net, 2. And so does Brenton. the sort of a marked difference between the first 8 overs for the ACT and the second 8 overs is intent with hitting the ball. The first 2 pairs were almost universally hitting through the ball, even when they were playing safe down up, so hitting through the ball. Oh, that's going to fall safe. By contrast, the second 2 pairs have been much more tentative, more defensive shots. Even the down-ups haven't been hit with the same amount of intent. And you can see the difference in the scoring. This partnership, that's a much better over from them with that 3 runs from Rowett. 9 runs from that over. They've moved to 14 and in position where they can get 30 runs. Again, gee, 35, 40. Wouldn't that be handy right about now? Here's Liam Murphy, over number 15. Edge should be out. It is. Big wicket there for South Australia. Just as the ACT is starting to fight back and push this partnership towards 30, they lose a wicket. Wicket followed up with a wide. Rowett uses his feet. It's non-drive into the net for 2. A dot to finish. Just 2 runs from that over with the loss of that wicket. The ACT need a big finish here. 6 balls remain in their innings. Going to have to contend with Hugo Higgs, whose 12th over, his first over, the 12th over of the innings, produced 2 for -5. So the final over of the innings now. Here's Higgs. It's flat. There's an opportunity there. Brenton gets there. Flirting with the no ball there. Looked to me like Brenton played that pretty close to in front of his face. Aggressive call. Oh. Latimer's throw just lifting the bail. Let's have a look at this on replay. Oh, you know what? I think that was the rope was short of his ground when the ball hit the stumps, but in his crease by the time the bail actually lifted, believe it or not. One ball remains. And it's a dot to finish. An excellent fight back from South Australia. The ACT were away and dominating after two pairs, but South Australia, in response, have kept the third pair negative and restricted the scoring of the final pair. 77 on the board for the ACT. Folks, thanks so much for your company. We'll take in some highlights of this minor semi-final, the first innings. It's South Australia up against the ACT in a sudden death match. On the line is a spot in the prelim final later today at 4 p.m. That will be against New South Wales, and of course the winner of that will advance to tomorrow's grand final. Let's take a look at what else is coming up today. From 12 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the men's minor semi-final. South Australia up against Western Australia. The winner will advance to the prelim final at 8 p.m. tonight. Queensland already in that match, having been comprehensively beaten last night, 102 runs going down to the defending champions, the ACT. So after that minor semi-final, it's all prelim final action. From 2 p.m, it's the Queensland and Victoria sides in the under-22 women's prelim final. At 4 p.m, it's New South Wales against the winner of this match in the under-22 men. At 6 p.m, it's Victoria and South Australia in the women. And again, at 8 p.m, it'll be Queensland versus the winner of South Australia and Western Australia. That's all coming to you live from Casey Stadium here in Victoria. All thanks to the City of Casey, our major partner for the 2024 Indoor Cricket National Championships. A reminder of the two head-to-head results. South Australia, both occasions batted first the last two times these sides met. First game they posted 102, the second game 122. So easily capable of putting on three figures here. They've not had to do it chasing, and certainly not in a sudden death final yet. So you never know your luck in a big city. Noah Latimer and Liam Murphy will open the batting for South Australia, and Kyle Hyson is going to bowl the first over here for the ACT. Time for the run chase. Here we go. Hyson starts with a wide. And another one. So an easy start now for South Australia. Oh, there's a big shout from the ACT. Kyle Hyson suggesting that the foot was lifted. Let's have a look and see if he's right. Certainly did shuffle around the crease, but well and truly on the ground there. It will be third ball. And another wide. Oh, was in the air for what felt like an eternity. That probably should have been taken. Latimer faces the entirety of the first over, 6 runs from it, all of them by way of extras. Can't afford to bowl too many extras, the ACT, defending 77. Brad Millen will bowl the second over. The ACT skipper. Liam Murphy's first ball goes for a down up 2. He gives it the come on. Great shot. He's away. It's the first run off the bat for Latimer. And another wide. It's 4 of them already for the ACT. Another great shot from Liam Murphy. Finds the net for 2. And another wide. Just too easy at the moment. 10 runs in extras. And we haven't even finished the second over. Oh. It was as short as it gets, and another extra to close out the over. Can't quite believe what I'm seeing, folks. 12 runs in 2 overs in extras. Just 5 runs off the bat for South Australia. This is being gift wrapped at the moment by the ACT with a pretty bow on top. Toby Brenton will be tasked with bowling the third over. South Australia off to an absolute flyer. Oh, deflection into the back net for 5. Unbelievable. Too much width. Latimer uses it to grab 2 on his offside. Full toss. And left his crease, says the umpire, so it's a dot ball. So it'll be third ball. An opportunity here for the ACT. And they're in danger already in this run chase. In desperate need of a wicket. And they've got one. Brenton does the job. They claim their first wicket. And is that the start of the fight back here for the Australian Capital Territory? Good gloves from Rowett. All he had to do was whip off the bails. Given it was third ball, they had to run. Gee, they needed that, the ACT. Wasn't their coach Rod May excited by that? South Australia have 5 batsmen with 100 plus for the tournament. Latimer is one of those. You can see why his total will be within their grasp. Here's Kerr, starts with a wide. The ACT, who are they going to get their wickets from? Kerr's one of the leading wicket takers. Rowett, Mitch Gunning, Brad Millen, all with 9. Another wide. Again, all too easy. The last over the partnership, so not only are they getting those runs, they get the deliveries again. There's still 6 to come. Bread and butter there for Latimer. I'll die on this hill. Bowler changing direction is the most ridiculous thing an umpire can say. The bowler's either bowling over or bowling around, or they're bowling from a different side of the wicket. They're not changing direction. I know it says it in the rule book, and I will hate on that all day, every day. It's third ball now. And Murphy advances and puts it into the 3 net. What third ball, he says. 2 to come here for this opening partnership. Oh, 10% of a chance perhaps there for the ACT, but it's a comfortable 2 in the end. And this opening combination for South Australia have posted 30. So they get this pursuit of 77 off to a flyer here in the minor semi-final for the under-22 men. Thanks so much for your company, folks. I'm Cameron Walter. It's a pleasure to have you with us this morning as we get day 7 underway here at the 2024 Indoor Cricket National Championships. Nothing but sudden death indoor cricket to come. And McCarthy and Edmonds, the 2 Liams, or 2 of the 3 Liams for South Australia, I believe. There's 3 of them. Yeah, 3 Liams. They will bat second. Mitchell Gunning's going to open the bowling. And a fight back required from the ACT if they're going to keep their tournament alive. Starts with another wide. The first partnership had 14 runs worth of extras. That is not ideal for the ACT. The umpire just said coming around the wicket. I love it. I love it. I love it. Another wide. First runs off the bat for Edmonds. Oh, thought about it, thought better of it. A couple of dots to close out that over. Still a good one for South Australia. 7 runs from it. This second pair are away. They will be on third ball to start the 6th over. Much like South Australia did to the ACT, that is getting on top of one pair. The ACT need to do the same. And they need to do it soon. South Australia just 41 runs away. An eternity left in the match. Jack Gunning, bowl over 5. Again, it's third ball. Get through for a single. Have to question the field placement here for the ACT. We've seen it a lot throughout this tournament, particularly in under-22 men. Their onside field is deep. So 2 men in the front court on the leg side, one of which is in what is usually the back court fielder's position. And Kerr is deep, almost level with the stumps in the back court. They've not exactly seen South Australia driving flat through that area. Certainly haven't seen the ball put in a position where you are inviting that. So if that is their plan, they're not executing it at the moment, the ACT. Really like to see a more orthodox front court field here. Good finish to the over there for South Australia. They only managed singles and a couple of dots up to that point, but that gets them 5 from the over. And they just keep marching towards this total now. Jake Rowett will bowl the 7th over. He's among the leading wicket takers for the ACT. An opportunity needs to hit. Doesn't. South Australia through. Kept off the net there by Hyacin. Keeps it to a single. Again, a couple of dots to close out the over. 4 runs from it. The ACT perhaps successfully restricting the flow of runs here, but crucially for South Australia, they're not losing any wickets at the moment. And with the amount of runs they're chasing, I think they'll be quite happy to get their 4 or 5 and over, at least for the moment. In fact, 4 or 5 and over for the rest of the game gets them home, so nothing for the moment about it. Nathan Kerr's going to bowl. And South Australia starting this over on third ball. They'll have to change the score. Still the ACT persisting with this deep onside field. What I'd like to see here really is an orthodox front court field and the 2 fielders on the offside of the bat right up on the edge of that exclusion zone, trying to take away that shot, what didn't come off, but the down up on the offside. In the case of the left-hander, playing to the leg spinner, force them to try and play across the line. No ball off the pitch. Much better, more accuracy in this partnership for the ACT, but still, that's an extra in the last over of the partnership, so they get the runs and the ball again. Yeah, I just really cannot understand this field. There's just absolutely no point in having a backcourt fielder standing next to the stumps or level with the stumps at the moment. And if they're doing it, why are they not swapping to the left-handers on side for that? I'm just not sure what the plans are here for the ACT. 1 ball remains for the second partnership. It's full. And Kerr misfields into the side net. 3 runs to finish and another great partnership for South Australia. They move to 58 and are just 20 runs away now from booking their spot in the prelim final. Thanks for your company, folks, as we take you through this. The minor semi-final in the under-22 men's division. On the line is a place in the prelim against New South Wales. That'll be a little later on today. 4 p.m. Eastern Time. One of many sudden death indoor cricket matches still to come here from Casey Stadium. Coming up next at 12 p.m, South Australia and Western Australia in the men's minor semi-final. The winner will take on Queensland in the prelim final later tonight. And then we get into those prelim finals, 4 of them back-to-back from 2 p.m. The under-22 women, the under-22 men, the women, and then the men here at day 7 at the 2024 Indoor Cricket National Championships. All thanks to our major partners for the tournament, the City of Casey, with Kyle Butler and Matthew Barwick at the crease now for South Australia. They've got 1 foot in the prelim. Here's Kyle Hyson. Now see, that ball falls nicely for Mitchell Gunning as a deep front court fielder, but would just fall just as nicely for a traditional 3-line fielder. Brad Millen is there chasing that all by himself because Mitchell Gunning is deep. Barwick gets away for his first run. And again, that's see a misfield, not a misfield, an extra taken. Again, that could easily be fielded by a regular 3-line fielder. Edged. Ball safe. Again, 3-line fielder's going to get that. And another good over for South Australia, 7 runs. Just 13 runs away with 7 overs to come. Now, for mine, I've obviously been critical of the field setup here for the ACT. With 13 runs left for them to play with, whether this is the plan and I just don't understand it or not, something has to change. Something has to change in this sudden death match because what they're doing right now isn't working. South Australia are going to cruise home. Here's Jack Gunning. There it is. They cash in on a mistake from South Australia. They just looked at each other and then made a late decision to run. I don't know what happened there. But the ACT had all the time in the world and took a much-needed wicket. Doesn't matter what field you set when that happens. You're going to get a run out. What a response that is from Matthew Barwick. Bangs a 3. Okay. The umpire's having a chat. My eyes are on the replay screen. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe a bit of a verbal altercation. They've been told to cut it out. It was an immediate reaction from Ben Brading. Both up here now, he said. Third ball. So 2 dots in a row. The score has to change on this delivery. Oh, how did that miss? Millen was on it in a flash. Barwick would have been out. Instead, it's a single. No runs off the over. The ACT hanging on by a thread here. South Australia still 13 runs away. South Australia still with some quality batting to come in the form of Caleb Baldwin and Hugo Higgs, both plus 100 for the tournament. Butler finds the net, 2 runs. Seen this field set used quite effectively in many matches. It's not effective at the moment. Sorry, folks. Again, that where Mitchell Gunning is, a 3-line fielder gets that. So they can afford to have him in an orthodox position. Kerr down on the 3-line fielding that ball. Row continues. And no fielder is stopping that one. Barwick loving every minute of it out there in the minor semi-final. Bangs another 3. Straight to Kyle Hyson. And a dot ball to finish the over. A better one there for South Australia. They're just 5 runs, I should say. 5 runs away from victory with 5 overs to go. South Australian men's side in the house. They're on the sideline now ahead of their own minor semi-final coming up in about 45 minutes' time. Asher Manton will bowl the final over to the 3rd pair. Grab 2. Scores are level. And the go-ahead run with 4.2 overs remaining. South Australia have taken the lead. And another fantastic partnership for South Australia. They lost 1 wicket, but have still banked 25 and put their side ahead with 4 overs remaining in the minor semi-final. It will take a miracle from here for the ACT to survive this sudden death minor semi. Hope you are enjoying the coverage, folks. If you've just tuned in, I'm Cameron Walter. It's a pleasure to be taking you through the minor semi-final between the Australian Capital Territory and South Australia in the under-22 men's division. Once again, the winner of this match advances to the prelim final later today. That's at 4 p.m. against New South Wales. And the winner of that match will face Queensland in the national final. That takes place on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So 4 overs remain in the match. The South Australian captain, Caleb Baldwin, is at the crease with Hugo Higgs. Again, I said before they came out to bat, they both got over 100 runs for the tournament. So for them to get more than -7, I think is odds on. Mitchell Gunning gets us back underway. Too smart from South Australia. They're switched on. Just grab an extra run. Turn a dot into a 1. And move further ahead. Third ball now. So the score has to change. It's the final ball of the over. ACT need a wicket here. It's edged. His single off the keeper's net. But third ball seen off. And 3 runs from the over. A good one for the ACT, but too little too late at this point. Here's Asher Manton. Oh, it's worth a shout. Left by Caleb Baldwin. Of course, in indoor cricket, you can only be out LB if you don't offer a shot. The ball has to be going on to hit the stumps. Through to the back net for Caleb Baldwin. I think it was put down. It was low and flat, but in the air. And off Brenton's fingers into the back net for 5. Too good from Higgs. Absolute full toss, yacked at by Bald when he left his crease. That was a fair ball, and probably the first justification of Kerr being in that position that I've seen. Takes a catch. Back to 88, South Australia. Can't keep it off the net. Still 4 runs off the over for South Australia, and 2 overs remain in the match. Brad Millen will bowl the 15th over. Great shot from Higgs to complete the over. 7 runs from it for South Australia, and 6 balls now separate them from their place in the prelim final. Take you quickly once again what's yet to come today. Coming up next at 12 p.m. local time. It's just over half an hour from now. South Australia up against Western Australia in the men's minors semi-final. Again, sudden death, fighting for the right to take on Queensland later tonight. Then from 2 p.m, it's all prelim finals. Queensland up against Victoria in the under-22 women's at 4 p.m. New South Wales up against South Australia in the under-22 men's. At 6 p.m, Victoria and South Australia in the women. And then 8 p.m. again, that men's prelim final, Queensland against the winner of South Australia and Western Australia. Here's Toby Brenton for the final over of the match, I should say. Starts with a dot. Rowett looks to have hurt himself. He's good to go. Oh, what a shot. Higgs grabs 3. And South Australia bring up that 100-run mark. Sneaks it inside the line. 2 balls left in the minor semi-final. Baldwin advances and finds 3 runs. Brings the match to an end, and South Australia have advanced to the prelim final. The Australian Capital Territory, their tournament ends here with a defeat to the South Australian side. Too good. They got on top of one pair, restricted the ACT to 77 and have chased it down comfortably here in a well-deserved win for South Australia. Again, they will now take on New South Wales in the prelim final. That will take place at 4 p.m. later today. But coming up next, 12 p.m, South Australia up against Western Australia in the men's minor semi-final. Hope you can stay with us to then. We'll leave you with some highlights, folks. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the under-22 men's minor semi-final with South Australia defeating the ACT 106-77. Until next time, I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks for watching. Great piece of fielding.
Got him! U22. One for the leg spinner.
Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out, but that'll do.
Opportunity.
Oh, that is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back. Death indoor cricket, here he is. And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50 over career.